샛별.
Here we go. Hello, my little buttons. Now, I have a little bit of something going on with my throat today. So, while I will try to do voices, if I feel like it's going to be too much, I may just kind of back down a bit. But yeah, not feeling 100%, but I don't feel bad enough that I don't think I can stream. So, we shall proceed. But I'll probably take it easy after stream. Had a very good dinner though. Also, my brother fell through our ceiling today. He's okay, by the way. He was doing some electrical work up in the attic, which is right above most of our house, including the living room. And I was in the living room taking my lunch break from work when all of a sudden we hear a thump, and then the ceiling cracks, and and he falls through it. But he managed to get a hold of the beam right before he got any further, and he was able to safely drop down. But we had insulation all over the floor. uh, and we have since had to staple gun a plastic trash bag over the hole until we can get it fixed. Definitely a very exciting point of the day. But yeah, like I said, he's fine. He was a little miffed that he put a hole in the ceiling, but we're all like, what, it's not your fault. I think we all knew that ceiling wasn't particularly strong. Our house was built in the 80s. So while it's not super old, it's just old enough. Anyway, go ahead and get started. Hello, Lebowski. Welcome. I'm starting up the game right now. Uh, I'm a little under the weather, but I didn't feel so bad that I didn't think I could stream. I have an itchy throat, so you may hear me clear my throat more often. We're just gonna... We've seen that. As much as I love the opening animatic, I'm sure y'all are probably sick of seeing it.
Little Goody Two Shoes.
Seasonal sniffles. I have to wonder. I'm unsure. I get every time the season changes. Yeah, that's normally what I would think that it would be. Used to, but now that you're older, yeah. I also, as I get older, I realize that I've been getting, what's the word? Nosebleeds. There we go. I've been getting more nosebleeds as I get older. digging for too much gold. I think it's just, I have like a really, I don't know, like a vein that's like really close to the skin or something, because it's always the same, it's always the same side. His gift does suit you rather well, lass. Oh. Those shoes. They'll guide you to him.
What in the Lord's name?
Who are you? You know who I am, Elise. You're with him, just like that crow. Quite smart, aren't you?
You know,
This is another of his trials, I take it? Why, yes. You're truly so delightful, lass. Fortune, that's what you're after, is it? You've come to taunt me, I'm assuming. I've come to welcome you into my very own garden, Elise. You alone, lass. I won't let that wretched thing into my grove, unlike that fool. The testament you seek rests deep within my depths, Elise. Am I to meet you here, then? My, how willful you are.
out with it!
You're trying my patience, that's what. We both know what I'm after, Serpent, so get it over with and... Game you've been waiting for a while was delayed a couple times. Oh, snap. Hi, Sonny. Well, the snake just bit us. We got a gnarly tattoo now. Delayed a couple times and finally came out in early access today. Guild Saga: Vanished Worlds. Can't say that I've seen anything for that, if only because I'm just not familiar with that game. True, the ending of Sea of Stars? Yes, I did. I went back and I got it. I also am really, really, really excited for the DLC that's coming out next year. So you can bet that we're going to revisit Sea of Stars for that one. But yes, I did. And it was totally worth it. Show me your resolve, your burning desire for more. Indeed, I agree. Be good, behave, Elise, and I'll welcome you with open arms. You sickening wretch! I'll be awaiting you by the gates of my bedewed forest of berries, Elise. To heck with you! Oh, this stings! Best I don't alarm Rosmarine. I have to prepare myself for tonight. I must see this through. The last time we ended up making the first testament that we need. So our next trial has to do with the snake, apparently. Check to see... Pardon me. Still need to win a few Wheels games. I did realize not too long ago that I actually did not win the very last Wheels game. Thank you. I didn't win like the championship game against the Clockmaker. So I may have to go back and do that at some point, but right now it's not a priority. You didn't like Wheels that much? I didn't. I found it not too bad, actually. Mostly because it wasn't super difficult once I got a hang of it. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of, mini games that sprawl the entire story like that. Like, what was it? For Final Fantasy, was it? I think it was Final Fantasy 9. They have a trading card game that you can play, but they don't tell you earlier on enough that you're going to actually need. Yeah, it was like that you actually need to build up your deck for that game in order to complete a certain point of it. Like, well, dag nabbit. Tetramaster. It's been a while since I played the game, so I didn't remember what it was called. I just gotta head to Kieferberg. Enjoyed it, but never collected all the cards. I didn't really bother with the game, like with the mini game, and so it got me at, it got me, and I was like, dang nabbit, I have to go back and play these games so I can actually build up my deck and stand a chance. Because I needed it in order to win a specific item, if I remember correctly. Hi, Freya. And Lisbeth. I wouldn't want to be a burden, Freda. Not at all, Mrs. Lisbeth. It would be my pleasure. Well, good morning, Elise. Is everything all right? Oh, I was inviting Mrs. Lisbeth and the children for dinner. I don't think we're ready for that yet, my dear. Generally not a fan of mini games within games. I used to play Gwent in Witcher 3. I've never actually played any of the Witcher games, so I have no idea what Gwent is or what goes into it. Although I also played Duroc in Black Book, which you may not know about, like epic action RPGs. It depends. I like the Tales series, and that's probably about as far as action RPGs goes for me. So stuff like Skyrim or The Witcher isn't usually my forte. Well, the invitation still stands, Mrs. Lisbeth. You're welcome anytime you'd like. How's Apple, Mrs. Lisbeth? Oh, Elise, I have so many questions. Yes, and Slapped, he keeps mentioning the witch. The witch? What happened in the woods, Elise? Witcher 3 is an amazing game. I didn't see anything resembling a witch, that's for certain. Apple's still frightened, Mrs. Lisbeth? My apologies, Elise. It wasn't my intention to insinuate. That's all right, Mrs. Lisbeth. I know you meant no harm. Oh, I hope nothing else happens today. Door down, let's go. It looks like all the men folk are gathered around. Should probably save first. What do you guys have to say? Oh, I'm glad I had a word with Lebkuhin this morning. You folks are completely losing your minds. What's going on? Haven't you heard, Elise? Eugen must have lost the key to the windmill last night, I say. Huh? My, I wouldn't want to play poor Eugen, but... You best not say it, Matilda. This is a matter to be handled by Father Hans. Whatever it is, I don't think it's anything to fret about. How can you say such a thing, lass? Let's try to keep our composure, ladies. Mrs. Odelia's right. We'd best wait for Father Hans's judgment. Uh-oh, what happened? Because he gave the key to us. Here to them the Kuhen a hand lass. I cannot speak. What are you talking about, Mr. Willem? Haven't you heard? Folks are gathering like bees inside that church. Because of the windmill and the grain? Precisely. Folks are going crazy. Some say it was the witch. Others say it was the devil himself. Wait, Mr. Willem, what does any of this have to do with Lev Kuhen? It's best you go see for yourself, lass. Uh-oh. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind, lad. Got to stay strong, Mrs. Marielle. I agree, Mr. Guido. You've heard then. I don't want to think about it if I'm honest. Could have been one of us folks too. Or even the witch. Oh, don't say that, Guido. These folks are losing their minds. I can only hope they don't turn on me. Elise, dear, are you listening? What? Still tired from yesterday? Best we don't chew on it too much, I'd say. Keeping our mouths shut won't make it go away, Brunhilde. I'm a little wary as to what exactly happened, because Eugen gave us the key to the grain mill, and we made the testament. So what happened? We've got to clear out the blockage, folks. It's the only way. If you say so, lad.
You know,
What's wrong with the fountain? It's one thing after another, isn't it, Elise? Where's Ty? He said that he probably wasn't gonna make it tonight. And I was like, okay, babe, that's all right. It happens on occasion, because he's, halfway across the world, and their time zones are very different. So he usually takes a nap and then sets his alarm, and he wakes up to watch the stream, and then we usually have a little date night after I'm done with stream. And it switches between us watching anime and us watching spooky videos together for fun. It's one of the only ways we can really, have any kind of contact with each other. Deployed military? No, actually. Just a international star-crossed boyfriend and girlfriend. He lives in another country because he is from that country. Yeah. He is an absolute adorable. He's so cute. In fact, since he's not here, I can say how much of a cutie I think he is. Ty, babe, you're adorable. And he'll be like watching this halfway through, and he'll hear that, and he'll like come back to me later going, "No, you." It's gonna be great. And I'll know when he sees it. Just tell him to watch the VOD. He'll watch the VOD regardless. So that's how I know I'm gonna see that later. Think the fountain's obstructed is all. This is all her doing. The witch! She's taken our grain, our children, and now she's taken after our water. We've discussed this, old lad. Finn and I can give it a look, can't we, Finn? To the best of our ability, but old Willem ought to know what's wrong with it. We're together here at noon, folks. I want to have a word with all of Kieferberg. You'll need me to lend a hand, Father. Naturally, Gustav. What are we to do about the grain, folks? The grain? You haven't heard, lass? No, I'm yet to fully understand what's going on. Someone was in the windmill last night, Elise. Could have been the wind, or the crows still. Door was still locked this morning, lad. It was Eugen's responsibility, but... It's the witch, I tell you! Give it a rest, old Jochen. I was told you left home early last night, Elise. She was certainly tired, old Jochen. Don't be unreasonable. Couldn't have been one of us, folks. What about the Weevils?
What?
Weevils, Mr. Ludwig? Flour and grain we had stored away were riddled with beetles, Elise. I'm not certain what we're to do with this grain now. All we can do to avoid throwing it out, Ludwig. We're completely reliant on Primmeldorf at this rate. That witch has us at her mercy. She has all of Kieferberg in the palm of her hand, and that's enough, folks. I've heard enough. Ben and Heinrich will take a look at the fountain later. As for the rest of us, we ought to air out that grain and do away with those beetles, starting right now. This is only riling up folks even more. I'd best go see if Liv Kuhen's all right. Folks must be swarming her. Look for Leb Kuhen at the church. Okay. Please try to keep calm, Mrs. Linda. Oh, I know. Won't you have a look at my rosary, Lev Kuhen? I seem to have pulled on it a little too tightly this morning. That's no good, Arian. No good at all. I'll tighten it for you, Mrs. Arian, but first I ought to...
Leb Kuhen.
I can help, Lev Kuhen.
Elise.
Oh, Elise. What are you saying, lassie? A maid of all work can't possibly pray our blessings. We need Leb Kuhen. Oh, where is Father Hans when we need him most? Father Hans has his own matters to attend. It's best you visit each and every one of our homes, Leb Kuhen.
I wonder.
That's my inn too. I'll need a prayer in every room before sunset. Oh, but before then, Leb Kuhen, could you...
Out with it!
Will you folks back off a little? My, Elise, can't you see we're... Uh-oh. Leb! Leb Kuhen! Oh, who's going to pray our blessings now? We must fetch Father Hans. Someone get her some water.
Leb Kuhen!
Can you hear me? We'll be taking her home, Elise. She'll be fine. All right, Mrs. Dorothea. Why don't you pay her a visit in a little while? Of course I'll be there. I had to go see her. She didn't deserve any of this. We have date available and some tasks. I won't stand for it, old lads, nor will anyone else in Kieferberg. Why, we ought to start with her, that's what. You're not touching any of your folks either, I'll have you know. What's going on here? I'm not certain this is the best time, lass. Old Jokin's insisting we search for folks with the witch's hexes, Elise. You fool. You're giving her time to conceal the... Please keep calm, old Jokin. What Kieferberg needs isn't calm, Hans, it's leadership. We ought to take matters into our own hands and search everyone. Oh, you're searching every lass in town? I don't think Mr. Gustav will allow Freya to be searched for such things either. I won't allow anyone in town to be searched, lass. Not even you, old Jokin, keep that in mind. Search me all you want. As a matter of respect, old Jokin, I would have thought you'd understand. This isn't the time for respect, Hans. I won't allow it, and that's all I have to say on the matter. You fools! You'll regret this. Yay, suspicion down, huzzah! Probably get some more food. Sell the toy horse that I found. Ooh. Alright. At least the rosary fetches a nice price. Ooh, that's new. Flaky apple strudel, neatly decorated and sliced into thick portions. Bit more expensive than I would want right now, though. Lebkuchen.
All your base belong to us.
Oh my gerb! Hello, hi Hal! Thank you for the raid! Caravan raid! Hot tub Hal raid! Ermigord! Hello everybody, my name is Stitches, I am the maid of Stitches. As you can see, I am an otter, but I'm also a plush toy. And we are currently playing Little Goody Two Shoes. If you like a gothic fairy tale horror about, possibly being accused as a witch, then you're in the right place. No problem. How was your stream? Shorter than you expected, but not a terrible thing. Finished Bioshock 1! Nice! I don't think I'd be able to do Bioshock. Oh, that looks like Reimu and Melissa had a baby. I suppose I can kind of see that. Although Elise has red hair. I think, Reimu has, the classic black Japanese hair, doesn't she? Anyway, hey Cal, welcome. Hello Inky, hello Absolute Solver. Yeah, but Melissa's blonde and still Reimu's precious thing. Ah. Lebkuchen. Don't you start, Elise.
For goodness sake.
What were you thinking? You couldn't. It doesn't matter, Elise. I'll be out and about after lunch anyhow. Granny Gretel's preparing it for me so you can...
For goodness sake!
I'm not going anywhere, Lebkuchen, and neither are you. Not until I've given you a proper earful.
I see.
I'm jumping for joy. impossible to put up with when you get like this.
Elise.
How would you like me to be feeling? Angry, trying my patience.
This is ridiculous!
You're being taken for granted, like you always are. Tell me something I don't know. That includes you, Lebkuchen. I'm sorry, Leb. I didn't come here to yell at you, but I still don't understand. Why do you break your back for these folks? It's my duty, Elise.
For goodness sake.
For those of you who are just coming in, Lebkuchen, who is like a nun at the local church, was being overwhelmed by the townspeople who were asking her to carry out blessings and stuff, and she just fainted. Out of nowhere. You're well aware I don't appreciate being lied to, Lebkuchen.
I see.
Neither do I, yet that's what you've been doing all week.
I'm tired.
I don't know how else to let go, Elise, that's all. Let go of what? Of who I am here in Kieferberg. Of this duty and purpose. I'm well aware I'm being taken for granted. And I take myself for granted too, trying my own patience. Why does Sarah need to be beat up? What did they do?
Lebkuchen.
What do you mean, trying your own patience? I'm not certain I have any faith left in me, Elise.
You know,
You mean I'm a hypocrite, praying for folks when I no longer... You're far from a hypocrite, Lebkuchen. You're kind and dedicated. You're a rock for these folks.
Elise.
Whether that's true or not, Elise, I feel trapped. The same way you do, only with other obligations. This game looks super cute. I was gonna wishlist it, but apparently you already own it. Oh! Yeah, so far it's been pretty good. And in other ways as well, I'm torn between my duty and my feelings.
Lebkuchen.
What do you mean? What kind of feelings? It doesn't matter, Elise. It's not as though you...
Oh, shush it!
Go to heck with you, Lebkuchen.
Out with it!
I've had it with this nonsense. Be it your feelings or your lack of faith or what have you. You're done working yourself into the ground, and that's final.
I wonder.
You know it's not that easy, Elise. I also know how overcompensating won't fix it, Lebkuchen.
For goodness sake.
You frighten me. I'm sorry. No more of that now. You need to get some rest. Alright.
You know,
Also, about these feelings of yours. There's nothing to fear, Lab. Not when it comes to me. Alright?
Elise.
Welcome back, Lebowski. I'll come about tomorrow morning to spend time with you, alright? Alright. I'll be waiting. Yes, we had a raid while you were gone. Thanks to Hal. Apparently, they finished Bioshock 1 today. Objective. Find out what happened. There's another date available. Really need the money though. It's best I don't wander around too much. Should probably save before I continue that. Never played the Bioshock games, never appealed to you. That's fair. I think, I like the lore of the Bioshock games, but I don't think I'd play them myself, just because it's not usually my kind of thing. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, I forgot that Father Hans wanted to talk to everybody. Now that we're all gathered here, folks. Oh, we're losing our minds, Father. This week hasn't been easy for Kieferberg, as we all know. That said, we've decided to ask Krimeldorf for support. Krimeldorf, you say? Cannot compromise the festival at all, as you understand. Are you certain we've considered every option, Father? Kieferberg isn't what it once was, Ludwig. We need their help. We'll be patrolling the outskirts in the evenings as well. That should make sleep easier, that's for certain. Protection of Kieferberg and our neighbors is in order, folks. What happened to poor Apfel was bad enough. Oh, Father, but who is to carry out our nightly prayers? Naturally, the church's doors will be open to all, regardless. Alright, Raiden, run. Best head to bed. Okay, Hal, you sleep well, my friend. That's fun. I like that. That's a good combo as far as emotes go. I appreciate it so much. What about the windmill and the fountain? There's still water in the well, Wilma. No need to fret. Oh, but who knows how long that will last.
Oh, shush it!
It's not as though the fountain's sustaining the well, is it? What would you know, lassie? Yeah, shush it. I'm at a loss regarding the fountain, if I'm honest. Wasn't there some sort of blockage, Mr. Ludwig? We're going to have to disassemble it. Why doesn't she try it, Finn? With those toothpick fingers of her, I'd say she'd get the job done rather easily. This isn't some time to provoke the last, Wilma. She's so keen to stick her nose in everything, Ludwig. Might as well teach her a little lesson, wouldn't you say? Let's not get carried away, Wilma. We're not here to... Why, that's a terrific idea! At least that's dangerous. You'll get hurt. Oh, dear Lord, she's getting in there. I'll show you all. A snake! A black snake was in the fountain. Oh, Kieferberg is done for. The witch! It's the witch, the devil himself.
That's enough!
Can't lose our heads. We must remain calm. You folks can't... Calm? How can we remain calm, Father? Everyone's dismissed. Back to work. Gustav and I will have to have a word about this. Well, we just pulled a snake from the well. No, I'm kidding. Well, from the fountain, but you guys get it. Objective. Head back to work. Oh, I still need to... Where's Muffy? I gotta go find Muffy first. Where is she? Where is Muffy? Some people nearby the well. One time I'm actively looking for Muffy and I can't find her. Hey, puppy. I look for a while and make dinner. Okay. Enjoy your dinner. My dad made stuff for tacos today and it was delicious. Where is Muffy? Muffy, where are you? Right, I know I have to find her somewhere, but I don't know where she is. Where is this child? She's usually not this hard to find. Oh, there she is.
Muffy!
It's you! I have an offer for you, Elise.
For goodness sake!
Out of my sight, Martha. I've had enough trouble for one day. Oh, but I think you'd like to hear this.
Is that so?
Out with it then. I don't have all day. But I wouldn't be for free. How about you give me some hearty soup? Why, I don't think so, Muffs. We had an agreement, Elise.
Huh?
You're lucky I don't want any trouble, Mindy. Out with it now. What did you have to tell me? Oh, you're so generous.
Out with it!
Out with it, Mary, right now before I... You don't have to threaten me, Elise. Why, you threaten me every day, you little... I heard my auntie talking about a search. A search? Folks are losing their minds over the serpent you pulled out of the fountain. They want to search everyone in town.
For goodness sake!
Put in a good word for you, Elise. But you ought to promise you'll bring me some apple strudel tomorrow. What the heck with you, Molly? Out of my sight. Millie's interference can weigh quite heavy. I'd best be prepared for tomorrow. These girls are legit Toho. I didn't consider it at first, but yeah, I think Muffy looks like one of the Toho characters too. What is this? Ah, Elise, I was looking for you, dearie. Looking for me, Mrs. McTilda? You see, I was hoping you'd have a word with Aaron. I've been struggling quite a bit lately, you see. Struggling with what, Mrs. McTilda? Oh, it's rather embarrassing, but I can no longer do many of my house chores. This terrible tremor won't let me wash my dishes or my laundry. Mrs. McTilda? Well, won't you tell her I need her to stop by tonight, Elise? I would tell her myself, but this would be the 4th time this week, you see. Of course, Mrs. McTilda. I'll let her know. Here's Arian. Puppy? Love how her hair moves. Yeah, it's pretty good for, for 2D, isn't it? It's quite mesmerizing. Yeah, I think that's Lizbeth. Yep. Glad to see there's some cheer left in you, Lizbeth. I have much to thank you for, Mrs. Mariel. You do look better, Mrs. Lisbeth. We spent a couple hours at Mrs. Marielle's, you see. I knew you could use some time away from these goings-on. I must say, however, I'm a little fearful myself, too. You, Mrs. Marielle? Folks are losing their wits, Elise. We were sewing for the festival, and even then, every conversation led back to the crows, or Apfel, or the fountain. I see. Speaking ill of each other, accusing each other. I've just about had it. There's Wilma. Was this Arian? That absolutely will not do, Gustav. Wilma's right. What we all need is someone to... What are you two pestering Mr. Gustav for? They're all valid concerns, ladies, but I ought to say... No, I don't think you understand, Gustav. You must make certain there's no witch in Kieferberg. As if that changed anything. We're so frightened we keep finding things to fret about. Oh, is that so? How could all of Kieferberg be so foolish? This isn't the time to be clever, Elise. You ought to start taking all of this very seriously. I must agree with you, Elma, even if I don't believe in this witch myself. What are we to do then, Mrs. Elma? Maybe search folks' homes, or have everyone visit the confessional. Ah, that may be a good idea, Elma. Well, I refuse. What now? Elise, why would you say such a thing? Want me to go ask my pet snake I pulled out of the fountain earlier? Dang it, Elise, you're not helping. Don't rile them up like that, Elise. Oh, to heck with this nonsense. Yeah, why? Dang it, Elise. Oh, there she is. Mrs. Arian, I was meaning to ask you. Is it Mrs. McTilda? Yes, she says she needs your help. She says she needs you to help her out again tonight. Poor thing. Old age truly doesn't forgive, does it? When did this start, Mrs. Arian? Oh, just last week, Elise. I caught her trying to wash her sheets by the well, you see. She could have asked me. Mrs. McTilda's rather stubborn, you know that. Tell her I'll be there right after supper. All right, Mrs. Arian. La 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 la. Did you find her, Elise? Mrs. Arian said she'll come by right after supper, Mrs. McTilda. Thank you, Elise. Here's something for you. Acquired the silk purse. You don't have to, Mrs. McTilda. Oh, it's the least I can do, my dear. There will come a day when I truly won't be able to do anything after all. Mrs. McTilda? See, I like her because she's one of the few old people that are actually nice to us. Let's save for progress. You have a moment, Elise. Certainly, Father. I would like to ask you to go easier on folks. Easier, Father? Practice patience, Elise, now more than ever. You pulling out that serpent this morning has upset some folks. I don't think that's fair. How is any of that my responsibility? I don't think that's fair. Mrs. Wilma was the one who provoked me to do it in the first place. I understand, Elise, but folks are restless. Today has been a rather challenging, as you know. I hope you're having this conversation with Mrs. Odelia as well. Mrs. Bertha, Mrs. Brunhilde, and old Joachim too. Certainly, Elise. And suspicions down. Huzzah! Back to work. I guess kiss the rat with the kids or help Linda chop wood? I'm gonna help Linda chop wood because I absolutely hate the kiss the rat minigame. Oh, Elise. What's the matter, Mrs. Linda? One can't help but feel down with all these goings on, I suppose that's true. Oh well. Won't you chop me some wood for the hearth, Elise? Sure. It won't take too long. Be careful with that hatchet. Last thing we want is you getting hurt. And we'll use Rosemarine. I do like the arcade style look of these. Z to chop, X to kick. Okay. Round 2.
3, 2, 1, go!
Dang it! Ah, no! Frick! I still got an A though, so that's really good. Oh, this is perfect, Elise. Thank you. You can have this. Thank you, Mrs. Linda. I might even ask you to fetch me some eggs tomorrow. You never know with these goings on, do you? Pardon me. What did I forgot what Muffy wanted. Oh, she wanted apple strudel, that's what it was. Might as well go ahead and grab that. So I believe I have enough to get an apple strudel. I swear, Muffy is always like Muffy's just like eating me out of house and home. 40 coins for this apple strudel. Like I am just barely scraping by. Bread looks good. With the apple strudel. What am I to do, Lebkuchen? Give him time, Mrs. Lisbeth. Apple's still struggling, is he? He's rather agitated, yes. That aside, Elise, I've been meaning to ask you. Apple insists you two saw someone else in those woods. Alas, of all things. Tired of this question. I understand how he feels. Ooh, let's say I understand how he feels. If I'm entirely honest, I still haven't found my own peace of mind, but Elise, I didn't see what Apfel claims to have seen, but given how frightened he was, he could have imagined it. That's true, but oh, I can't bear seeing him like this. It's best we give him some space, Mrs. Lisbeth. And suspicion is down. Huzzah! Help Mariel chop wood or help Ludwig with the apples. That's what it's all about, I tell you. There's no such ill will in Kieferberg, Wilma. What's the matter? Oh, I'm certain he has something to do with it. Wilma's convinced someone's trying to sabotage her and Elise. It's that Eugen, I'm certain. He's jealous my business is still up and running, and that's what. Mr. Eugen? Are you aware of what you're saying, Mrs. Wilma? Clearly not, Elise. Wilma's letting all this get to her. Aren't we all, Marlin? Folks are too afraid to name names, is what. A matter of respect, Wilma. Respect for who? The witch? What are we going to do then, Wilma? It's best I shut my mouth before they turn on me. Oof, now that this is all overflowing. I've never seen it overflow like this. It's not even raining. I should probably save before I get any more suspicion on me. Let's keep calm, folks. Losing our tempers isn't going to fix anything. What's wrong with the fountain now? Could have damaged it earlier, Elise. Not very much could be the case. I don't think so, but even if she had, it wouldn't be enough to cause this. What are we going to make of this then, Heinrich? How am I supposed to know such a thing? Not only the fountain either, the well is also... The well? It's overflowing, Elise. How can a well overflow? I'm at a complete loss. Let us wait and see. Why, I'm not about to sit and wait for my home to be flooded. I must say I don't agree, Father. It might be all we can do. It truly is all we can do, Heinrich. Losing our minds won't help. We must persevere. Isn't looking too good for us here in Kieferberg, is it? Hey! I was hoping you could pick some apples for me. Bertha's too busy wittering on about the witch to bother. Is she too frightened to go to the orchard? Something along those lines, I'd say. She's been rather tense, too. So that old hag's losing her wits for good, huh? Alright, I'll have just enough to have Rosemarine help me.
It's raining apples! Three, two, one, go!
Ah!
Three, two, one, go!
Oh, I dodged that. So many apples. Ooh, okay. What we get? What we get? Yeah! Rank A. We win! Atta girl, Elise. Here you go. For your time. Thank you, Mr. Ludwig. I'll be eating apple pie for a long while, won't I? Yes, I won! But now I gotta go buy more food because having Rose and Marine help us depletes our food meter faster. But if you don't have her help, then it could be just as bad. Because they'll start suspecting that she's the witch. What the? Is there a small oh no, those are cats. I was like, what is that on the floor? Sell the silk purse for some extra cash. Alright, let's see, it's like go to the bakery. Oh. Elise, do you have a moment? For goodness sake, what now? You see, Elise, we've been wondering. It's best we don't, Arian. What's the matter? Your cousin was telling us about how she got to Kieferberg, you see. Is it true she came all this way on foot, Elise? Yes, it is. She couldn't afford to come about any other way, Mrs. O'Dilly. That's highly unlikely, Elise. She wasn't very lucky, I suppose that's all there is to it. I'll be on my way home now, ladies. Good night. Alright, we managed to keep suspicion off of... we've managed to keep suspicion off of Rose and Marie for now. Lebby... Leb... What in the Lord's name are you doing out here, Lebkuchen? Waiting for your earful, it seems. I would have met you inside, for goodness sake. I'm fine, Elise. You're making too much of it. Your bread. Lebkuchen gives us 2 loaves of bread in the evenings. You're out of your mind, Leb. Be that as it may, I still want to look after you. Do you consider that you can't do any of that if you're bedridden? I promise you I'll rest plenty tonight, Elise. You'll get another earful tomorrow if you're sick in the morning. Why, you almost make me look forward to it. Speaking of which, Elise, folks have been rather tense lately. I've noticed. I know you can look after yourself, but one good deed won't shield you from all of it, Elise. What do you mean? Folks have been talking ill about each other all day. Even Mrs. Mariel hasn't been spared, you see. There's no need to fret, Leb. I'll make certain I hold my tongue. Make certain you stay home as well. She notice I've been wandering about at night? Elise? Of course, Leb. And you need to stop fretting. We don't want you fading again. I will in due time. Alright. Get some extra boob. Who's the best girl in this game? I really like Leb Kuhen. But let's see. You can you can go after either Lev Kuhen, Freya, who is like the girl next door type character. She's like the homemaker farm girl. And then you can also you can go after Rosenmarine, who is the witchy girl. Who looked like she fell out of a hay bale or something. But so far Lev Kuhen has been my favorite. It also doesn't hurt that Lebkuchen means gingerbread in German, which I think is adorable. Yes, isn't it cute? Apply to more Lebkuchen. Alright, now that I actually have stuff to eat, that and a piece of bread. There we go. Much better. It's best you head on home, Elise, before it gets any darker. Where are you folks going? It's time we head out on patrol. We must make certain Kieferberg's out of harm's way. Even if you say that, Ludwig. You've been going on these patrols all week, and yet... all the more reason to keep doing it, alas. Finn's right. We need to look out for each other. All I want is to let them have it, be it the culprit or even the witch. Can't say I don't share the sentiment, Finn. At least we've managed to pick out those weevils somehow. Notice you've managed to fix the fountain. That happened on its own. We don't know how. Why'd show the bastard? If only we knew who it was. They beat their own neighbors, I wonder. That's a scary thought, isn't it? I wonder if there are any ghosts about. Find. Oh, hey! Well, I'm glad I looked. Have you come here to pray? No. It doesn't make a difference to you at this point, does it? You see, we Golden Maidens are conflicted beings. Huh? He's saved us in a way. What with his blessings and the sacrifices we made, it's enough to forfeit our right to divine salvation, isn't it? What are you even trying to say? That I'd rather share eternity with him and his entourage than face my rightful punishment in the pits of hell. Well, hot diggity dog. I wonder if there might be one in the tower? Always a chance. Ooh. How pretty. Alright, none in the tower right now. Take a quick look around and see if there's any other spirits that I might be able to find. What was that? Oh, meet Lebkuchen at the well, I already met Lebkuchen at the bakery. Should be heading home, Elise. I know, Mr. Tristan. We're making certain folks aren't wandering about is all. Trying to keep folks at ease, too. given the rumors. Folks are frightened and confused, Eugen. It's not personal. Believed you'll be leaving Kieferberg next week, aren't you? More than you can imagine, Tristan. You'll be missed, Eugen. That I know for certain. There's the ladies. We got a storm going on, maybe? Stacked them so neatly for Mr. Eugen, and look at them now. In the corner, various bundles of hay have been rigged together in a disorganized pile. Well, that's kind of rude. Fairy ring. There. Suppose I won't be getting in here anytime soon, huh? That's fair. I believe I've already found one over by the well beforehand. Yeah, we're good. Anyway. Back to the house. So, guys,
Elise, welcome home. For goodness sake.
what's Flock doing inside, Rosemarine?
I'm sorry.
I was about to take him to the granary. Rosemarine, yeah. I guess she would probably be my second favorite after Liv Kuhen. And there's nothing wrong with Freya. I just like the other two just a tad bit more. Although I will say, I don't know if you know, what was it? Phoebe on Twitch. But, she's like a virtual idol. And, she actually she was the voice for Freya. For this game. She looks like Patchouli. Real Toho hours. Mm-hmm.
Is everything alright, Elise?
I'm tired is all. I'm not sure I should mention the serpent. Talking to Rosemarine does seem more harm than good.
I'm sorry,
You're thinking of something, aren't you?
You know,
I'll be heading out after supper, Rosemarine. I was invited. Where to?
By whom?
By a serpent. Just the same as the crow, it invited me to its grove.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh, that's wonderful, Elise. I suppose.
Oh,
I'll be staying home this evening if that's alright. Things didn't quite go so well last time, did they?
Rose and Marine. It's fate, Elise.
This is your fate, Elise. It was wrong of me to interfere. This is something you're to do for you and you alone. You're right. Flock is like really excited about all this.
For goodness sake.
What is it, Flock? Can't you settle down?
I'm
I'll
sorry.
take him outside, Elise. He's been a little restless. And then we can have supper. A little too restless for my liking. I can hardly think with that goat hopping about. Go back into the woods. On to our new trial. Save. If there was ever a time to stress the importance of saving, it would be for this game. I suspect that we'll have to possibly watch out for the patrollers. Or maybe not. Down to the nightmare room. Ooh. All right. Look at this. Wow. I am suitably impressed. Oh. Can you feel it, lass? My neck! It aches, doesn't it? Kiss of mine. You wretch! What did you do to me? You did well in finding me in these depths. What is this? Something's writhing. Come to me, lass. Sink deeper. I will give you nothing less than what you seek. That serpent's dangerous. I don't like it one bit. The serpent in the woods. Sigil of the serpent. Receive the snake's curse. What's these? Oh, hello. Acquired a porcelain knife. I'd best think twice before using this. You think? Find a way to get past these things. I wonder if I have to use the porcelain knife for that. Okay, looks like we have multiple porcelain knives. We have to figure out which ones go where. Ooh. It's a little scary. This gate's so heavy looking. I'm not strong enough to push it open. There's something on the other side, but how'd it get there? I have an idea. What in the? It moved. Shoot! No, 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 no! What the? Oh my god. Dies. Well, I haven't died yet. It looks like it doesn't... Alright, it looks like it can't get me while I'm up here. Whatever that thing is, it doesn't seem to follow me on solid ground. So I'm gonna have to wait until it goes by. Wait, was that
Freya.
Freya? And it's like nana nana boo boo. You can't get me. Ouch! Frick. Uh-oh. Oh. Alright then. A little scary. What in the Lord's name was that noise? Oh, how foolish I was. To think he would have granted me all my heart desires. He didn't? I faltered in my resolve, in my determination. If only I had taken that last step. Why didn't you? You will know in time. I suppose I will. Acquired some berries. What's her name? She faltered in her resolve, was it? Disturbed solely by the endless water stream, the moon's reflection graces its surface in everlasting companionship. Look at how pretty this is, though. It is absolutely stunning. Lost in thought as it were, the statue's gaze loses itself in solemn contemplation. I can hear another door. Oh. showed up sooner or later, lass.
Out with it!
Why don't we get this over with, Serpent? Where's the testament you promised me? My, I don't see the need to rush. I'm already bearing the sting of your bite, Serpent. Yeah, the snake in the garden, indeed. The first animal that we had to deal with was a crow. What else is it you want from me? You've received his gift, shed your flesh with that oath of a crow. It is now my turn to partake, lassie. It stings, doesn't it? What did you do to me, you wretch? Come find me on the farther side of these gates. Show me your resolve. Traverse these steps. Only then shall I give you what you want.
Wait!
Will you at least tell me your name, Serpent? It's Asia, lass. I'm assuming the name is Aziel. Any place? Any secrets in this grove? Does not appear. This is such an odd lock. How am I to get it open, I wonder? Must be meant for some sort of key, but... Uh-oh. For heaven's sake. I'll go mad if I stay here any longer. Find the keys to the gate. Looks like we've got another spirit over here. You too will be bathed in gold, lass. All who meet him share the same fate. Did he not grant your wish? We golden maidens belong to him, lass. Regardless of whether it is your wish he's granted or if you were gifted to him. What? I think I was once in your shoes. Gifted to him. Oh, there's a save spot, so... Probably going to be chased by something, I'm sure. That was Libkuhin.
Libkuhin.
That couldn't be her. Well, clearly it's not, but we're gonna follow anyway because we have no other choice. Uh-oh. Come, lass. Your goodness is much needed. My goodness, you say? I know what you seek in these depths. That serpent. The key to its burrow, yes. In this woodland guarded by the masked beasts, is its second half. What about the first half? Make your way deeper into the lagoon, and I'll surrender it to you. What lagoon? Wait. For goodness sake. Shoot! It's shining so bright. I can't see what's at the bottom. Illuminated from the depths, the water's surface blooms as the iridescent shades of teal waltz in its gentle undulation. Gotta keep an eye on it. Yoink. They can't follow me on solid ground. Oh, I already read that. Got some extra matches. Ooh, that was close. Oh, there's 2 of them. Great. Was this part of a bigger statue, I wonder? Toppled upon a dense bush, the cracked stone statue rests eternally, as it were, in a peaceful slumber. Ooh. Oh, I don't have any more of the porcelain. Dang it. I need to find more of the porcelain knives. Shoot! Ah! Dang nabbit. I need to be careful. There's more of them. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. I hate these things already. There's too many of them. Woohoo! Void of any traceable expression, the statue's hands rest crossed across its chest in an elegant pose. Oh, I got it. Now I gotta run. This ought to be it. I'd best find the other one. Ah! The only thing is, I don't have any more healing items, so if if I die, they're everywhere. Oh my god. Find the keys to the gate. Well, that doesn't help me. As I'm standing on solid ground, they can't get me. No! Okay. Don't worry, Cal. I'm terrified too. We can be terrified together. Isn't that great? in there. I'm a little wary. Oh? Oh. Okay. Sweet. You again. Come, lass. You ought to keep your word. I have my doubts as to whether you'll keep yours. Follow the moonlight and you shall receive its graces. Follow the moonlight? Keeping an eye on the moon. No. Ah! Nope. A little weary. Oh, shoot. That just brought me right back to the beginning. Oh, I was supposed to go that way. Okay. Come to our rescue. Rescue? My other half has been shattered in 3, left to rot in these depths. I beg of you, find the great statues. Cover where they kept my other half. You're giving me the other half of this key, surely. I'm not about to wander this lagoon with no purpose. I have what you seek, yes. Find my other half. Put us to rest, and I shall aid you as well. You'd best keep your word. And we have another save spot. Alright. Good. I'm guessing those are different directions considering we saw them on the moon phase in the water. So I might have to write this down because I'm not going to remember that off the top of my head. Hang on. Pull out the old pen and paper. Right. Make sure my pen's actually working. So let's see. This one. And this one. I can already imagine my dad coming, in my room at some point and seeing this and go, "What is she doing?" Nothing, Dad. Just a puzzle. Nothing serious. Right. The only symbol I haven't seen is the one that looks like an hourglass with 2 semicolons. Or, well, maybe it looks like a giant eye, I don't know. The letter I mean. Almost done. Batwing symbol. I suppose even witches need Batman. Yeah, right, 2 more symbols to go. Okay. These moon phases. I wonder what they're for. They seem to be connected somehow. I believe that there are a couple great statues. One of which I found earlier. Pardon me. And I believe it had one of the half moon symbols on it. Oh no, I was wrong. Let's see, that one needs to go this away. Nope. Take heed. Drowning in eternally rushing waters such as is our fate. In limbo we remain, doomed to gaze up at the moon's eternal crescent. I know there's a walker over here somewhere. Ooh, got some more berries. Heck yeah, I'll take those. More health is always appreciated. Whoa. What's these? Oh, it brought me back up here. Interesting. That's odd. I was not expecting it to bring me back up there. Oh, found another one. Take heed. Pour all that it is your passion into his 6 vessels, lass. Pursue his blessing at the peak of luminescence, and you too shall drown in his allure. Oh, wait, what if there's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if there's a statue for each direction. Hang on. Okay, yeah, nope, don't want to deal with that. No, thank you. Oop. I saw one. There's one right there, too. Found St. Walpurgis oil. Very nice. Shoot. Like, no. The rushing waters, huh? Suppose I'd best solve the other great statue's riddles. Oh, got some more matches. That's nice. Oh, found another one. Take heed. One's path is nothing but the reflection of one's ungodliness. Only in the embrace of the new moon may one purify their sins. There's one just waiting for me to step over there. Got some more berries. I don't know where this leads to exactly. I think it just leads right back to the beginning, really. Oh. I suppose I'll save. This is like a fun house with mirrors. Can't touch me. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. That's all the way back to the beginning. Well, I found 3 statues. These were the 6 vessels, huh? I suppose I'd best solve the other great statues' riddles. Ew. So I found 2 out of the 3. The more I look at this slate, the more it reminds me of a map. Where am I to find these great statues you speak of? Your eyes shine red with covetousness. Covetousness? Envious of living ones such as yourselves. Your eyes shine red, you say? And in all technicality, I found 3. Little wary because I see the masks in the water. If I step too close, they'll come after me. What was it you said? The reflection of one's ungodliness. A reflection in the new moon, I suppose. A reflection in the new moon. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's the fountain that we saw earlier. Me trying to remind myself what the new moon's supposed to look like. See the mask over there. Shoot! Oh! I guess since I already solved that particular riddle. Oh, hey, Macaroni, welcome. Oh. That went from new moon to snake. That went to half moon. Need to stay out of the way of this thing. Oh, there it is. Found you. Rushing waters, huh? Suppose I'd best solve the other great statue riddle. Oh wait, no, that was that was something else. Wish I could review my clues. Trying to stay out of the way of that particular thing. Reflection of one ungodliness, a reflection in the new moon. found the 6 vessels. Oh. So I get some extra healing items. That's always nice. One has nothing to say for itself. It's very easy to get lost in this area, I've noticed. I'm still missing. There's something that I've missed. It's like, is that eye symbol supposed to symbolize the new moon, I wonder? Already found that. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Found it. How am I supposed to know it was like that specific statue though? There's like several of them dotting throughout the entire area that look exactly like it. That vision! It's that spirit's second half. I had to go find it, I suppose. Well, it was somewhere nearby. There it is. I beg of you, lass. I wish to be reunited with my innocence. Keep me company. Don't leave me by my lonesome. All right, come along. I'll take you there. Dang it. our everlasting gratitude. May you receive his blessing. Stray not from your destined path. Then we got the other key. Huzzah. Suppose this is the key I'm missing. Stray not from my destined path, huh?
What is this?
Uh-oh. A corridor? We were waiting you beyond the Crimson Bridge. No choice but to go through here, I suppose. I mean, at least they're being nice about it, you know? They could have just left us alone to our own devices. Oh god. Rosemarine!
Wait!
Rosemarine, wait! I think after the last time, you should know that's not Rosemarine. Just saying, Elise. We've been through this already, man. Now the moon phase has changed.
What is this?
Back here? I'm losing my wits in this maze. Ugh, that's freaky. Meet the serpent in the woods. Boy. Uh-oh. I can't move. I'm paralyzed. He speaks not but the truth. Fortune runs in your blood, lass. You again, you wretched serpent. I can feel its warmth. How deeply you ache for this wish of yours, lass. Can you feel it? This venom of mine reaching down to your fingertips. I'm burning. What are you doing to me, you wretch? The sphere residing in you is merely a pebble in your path. Oh dear. It is your coronation you're conceiving, one tribute at a time, and thus...
But Kuhin,
Kuhen? You ought to keep faith in his word.
Freya.
Freya? Shaking and crying right now? As it is he who's to honor your name, and you who is to reunite with him at the peak of the full moon. Unite? I've never met him!
Elise.
Face it, Elise. Your most vile lust for sovereignty, your thirst for promiscuous blasphemy. But Kuhan, what are you saying?
Elise.
You're soothed, Elise. I hate to drink venom, bask in your glory. My glory? Your most vile thirst for extravagance. Your devotion to opulence. I ache to dine on your flesh and bathe in your radiance. Let me go, you shines gold.
Frozen Marine!
Allow me, Elise, to endow you with all that is my being and my purpose. I ache to adore your name, your beauty. I yearn for the taste of your venom.
Wait!
Wait,
Elise.
savor it, Elise.
Elise.
Revel in it, Elise.
Elise.
Indulge, Elise. By this deliverance of chastity, and by your heredity, as I bear witness. So be it. Ouch! That had to have hurt. Cal. The Needle Testament. And that's 2 out of the 3 that we needed. My whole body is aching. Ghost and Marine, the Cohen and Freya. They were all. It's this dream again. But
What is this?
when did I fall asleep? Oh. Are you deaf? You ought to hurry now, or you'll miss it. Miss what? Hurry now. Hurry now. Every time I see this scene, I just think of Pink Elephants on Parade from Dumbo. Although the faces in the background remind me of old school Snow White. Like when she first gets into the forest. Friday. The Testament. Oh, it's in my pocket. I think that last night really happened. I'd best go find Rosmarine. How many? Collected 14 fireflies. I don't know how many fireflies there are supposed to be. Exactly. Oh, well that's different. That's new. What in the Lord's name? Did anything happen to St. Walpurga over here? No.
Good morning, Elise.
Good thing you're here, Elise. I brought Flock in because of the rain, you see. He's well behaved anyhow, aren't you, Flock?
I see.
It's raining?
Yes.
Oh, you hadn't noticed? All right, well, it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
You went out last night.
Now that you mention it.
I did. I got the Second Testament, I suppose.
Oh, I'm so
Oh, Elise, that's wonderful. You can prepare the gift now. I was starting to fret because you've been avoiding talking about it. There isn't much to talk about, Rosemarine. Ever since we went there together, you've become a little... You said it yourself, didn't you? That I ought to do this myself for my own sake and...
Elise.
Well, I didn't mean... You know.
Oh,
You're right,
that's-
Elise. It truly does only concern you. Going to the woodland with you on Tuesday wasn't... You agree, don't you, Flock?
For goodness sake.
He's a goat, Rosemarine. Anyhow, it's best we move along before it gets late. What else do you have to say? It's really boring, isn't it? Oh, we'll be drenched in no time. It reminds me of when Granny and I would go on strolls in the rain. Why would you do such a thing? It's as Granny always used to say, Elise. You ought to embrace things as they are, in their purest state. I'm not sure that applies to the rain, Rosemarine. Why, it applies to everything in life, Elise. If you say so. Alright, with that said, we're gonna save, and we'll be quitting for tonight. You'll just have to come by next Thursday for more. That's all, Cal. I don't know if you've seen the opening for this, but it's pretty good. I don't know if it'll will it play the opening? You need to shower. All right. Well, next time if you decide to come by and look at and watch a little bit more, I'll
Little
let
goody
the
two-shoes.
opening play, or you could go to like my old VODs and you'll see it. But definitely recommend seeing the opening. It's really fun. See you late. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had fun. Definitely some spooky vibes going on here. Let's see. I believe I was invited. Goodbye forever. Okay, bye. I believe I was invited to do Minecraft. It didn't really say exactly when this weekend, but it will be my first time playing Minecraft ever. So you know there's going to be some fun shenanigans there. But yeah, otherwise, if I don't see you guys before then, we'll be back on Tuesday, of course, with more Hollow Knight. And of course, next Thursday will also be more Little Goody Two Shoes. Let's see, who is on right now? Who can we raid? Let's see, I did Blossom last time. Let's raid Rico. Rico's just really fun to be around. Alright guys, our raid message is, as always, made raid. But I hope you guys have a good week, good weekend, good night, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Juke, weave. Okay, there we go. Dark Souls.